For most of my life, I thought I was communicating in a clear way. So when I started my first business and began to hire employees, I thought I would be great at training them. They would be able to train others, and thus the execution would be on point. Boy, was I wrong. See, the thing is, life is like that game of telephone that you played when you were a kid. You start out with a perfectly good sentence, and by the end of the line, it has parts of the sentence, but the meaning is gone. I've always wondered why that is. It wasn't until a few years ago that I discovered why. Us humans are only capable of seeing this life through the lens of experience that we have had, which is our perception. And while we like to think that everyone has the same lens, in fact, they are all different, and different substantially. After studying the brain and how it functions and understanding what is going on behind the scenes of our brain, our perception, I began to understand why telephone gets so convoluted. So what can be done about this? Instead of approaching others you are trying to communicate with from your lens, try to come from a different place. Not the place that you are right, that you communicated all the things necessary, and also not the place that the other person is wrong because they didn't do what you are sure you asked them to. Try to come from the don't know mind, the mind that is willing to say the words that you think are meaningful and then see what the outcome is. The execution is their interpretation of your communication, nothing more. You wouldn't get angry with a small child for falling when they are just learning to walk, so try to approach the communication as thus. This person is trying to understand you, but is only able to from their perspective, which is not wrong, just different than yours. If you take the time to communicate in a way that another person can hear you versus judgments like, that's just common sense, you will not only value that other human, you will create deeper connections with them. This is one way of living a life worth living. We have an innate desire to be in community with others, and when we show up as cooperative, people want to be around us. Now, I teach others how to navigate this game of telephone in their life, not only in business, but in their personal relationships. Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to communicate with people in a clear way on a deeper level? Would you like to learn more about this? Click on the link and let's connect.